Thank you very much, Kevin. Aaron and Ken join us to talk about the upcoming Connecticut Catholic Men's Conference. That's a tough one. Thanks for being with us, guys. So glad you could be with us today. Ken, you serve as the director of the Connecticut Men's Catholic Conference. It's a lot of C's in that. Tell us about this year's theme of Forge Your Path to Holiness.
Well, Forge Your Path to Holiness is another way for us to say, find out something about spiritual direction without saying the word spiritual direction. So we thought we'll say the word path, direction, So path to holiness. And then this year, with the emergence of the St. Michael prayer in Connecticut, again at the end of Mass, we thought about the imagery of the sword, St. Michael's sword, being in our poster, and as an action word, using the word forge. Forge your path to holiness. So somebody's going to take a deliberate action to find their path to holiness. In the past couple of years, we had themes like go out into the whole world, and you will be my witnesses. And we use those to discuss what guys can do to get ready. But they need a path to stay on and to make sure that they continue to get the spiritual their needs fulfilled.
Well, Aaron, you know Bonnie well because you guys end up at conferences together, many conferences, because you do photography and
promote St. Joseph.
Yes. What makes a good conference? Because it sounds like you guys have a good one here.
Well, it starts with great speakers, and that's what most people see when they see a poster or a flyer out there. But then, for us as the organizers, the committee members, we have to put a good, the schedule together. We have to have a good balance with exhibitors and have time so that people can go out and visit with the exhibitors, but also visit amongst themselves and network, which is very important. And we also always have to have a good lunch.
Well, that's important.
Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we're going to hear. It's like, oh, the conference was great, but your lunch was not so.
Not this year, though. The lunch is going to be excellent this year.
Yes.
Speakers, tell me about the speakers. Who are the speakers this year?
Well, we have coming Deacon Harold Burke-Sivers is coming. He's a nationally known speaker, if you know him. Father John Bartunik, Legion of Christ priest. Dan Burke from EWTN. We have Bishop Betancourt, Auxiliary Bishop in Connecticut, and Father Jeffrey Thompson coming in from Holy Apostles in Cromwell, Connecticut.
How many years have you guys done this now?
This is our 12th year.
12th year.
Yeah.
And what do you find is the thing that people talk about as they leave the conference?
I think overall is the experience and being together, being men being men. But just overall, like the whole day, like we're talking about, you got exhibitors, you got time for fellowship and networking, you got the great speakers, and you got the great lunch, of course.
I think too, for a lot of guys, sometimes you think you're alone in your faith. And then you go to a conference like this and you meet other men who feel the same way, which is a great thing. How about when dads bring their sons? That must be a great thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Each year I go, I'm reminded of why I go. And when I went the first time years ago, I went there and I didn't think I was going to like it, but it wasn't anything like I thought of when I left. All I kept saying is, I've got to share this experience with somebody else. And that's sort of what made me go to take one more step in my spirituality every year and join up with the conference committee. And
how can people, if they're interested in going, how do they find out more about the conference?
Well, go to www.ctcatholicmen.org. They can see us on Facebook, CT Men's Conference, Twitter, Instagram. We get
all social media.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And any idea how many guys you'll have there this year?
Well, we're hoping for a full house. It would be 700.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I think it's so important in this day and age that we have events like this where men can come together and share their faith together.
I should say it's at St. Paul Catholic High School in Bristol, Connecticut.
Well, anything at a St. Paul is going to be great.
That's right.
Thank you so much. And